So we here at Pillar are here to solve Malika's problem and the problem of millions of young people in our country and abroad. Suicide is a serious problem, and especially with our age group, it's increasing. And so we wanted to build a better version of pre-existing tools that healthcare professionals, counselors, and end users utilize to help them with their struggles going through tough times and depression. So we aim to provide perspective through our application. We built this weekend a symptom mood tracker. This is traditionally handed out. Your counselor hits you a little sheet of paper and say, hey, track your mood, see how you're doing. If something comes up and they identify a trend, then they start to take more serious actions, refer people on to certain services. We wanted to create an application and a solution that would mirror other applications in just traditional or kind of new age flows. Rather than a sheet of paper, you'd have an application the kids are used to kind of using. Along with that, we wanted to facilitate support for these people. So if I input my mood and I kind of go through the process, I eventually come up with a plot graph of how I've been feeling over the past 3 months. This allows us to provide perspective so that people don't make a short-sighted and really unfortunate decision, hurting themselves or somebody else. In addition to this, we really took a social aspect onto it. As this has been proven not only by Malika's experience, but by many studies, that reaching out to people, although very hard for these people, is a very powerful tool. So we wanted to connect that with prayer and scripture and facilitate a personal, although anonymous, network to pair with your traditional tools of mood tracking and referral to services. Here, as you can see, we've got a little social feed. These stories are prompted by the end of every day. Users can say, hey, this is why I had a bad day. This is why I had a good day. Users can also view this feed, see how other people are doing, and offer advice. They can send a person a prayer, or they can send a person scripture. We allow them to quickly do that via the Biblia API. Having this human component, seeing, hey, there's 3 people, there's 1 person, there's 100 people out there praying for me, that could be the one string that they hold on to and survive and go through. We like to incorporate the scripture and prayer and use that as the communication method to really emphasize that God and love is really a great solution. So that's kind of that's our application. The final feature is to, via the mood tracker, if we identify a certain trend, we want to be able to contact an emergency contact, as well as refer people to hotline services, church groups, various different resources based on, hey, if you're not doing so well, we want to be able to give that immediate reach out to help. So that's Pillar. That's what we do, and we'd love to continue with this. So I guess we'll scroll down to the technology. We did it all with web technologies, your HTML, CSS. We publish in PhoneGap, and that's about it. So we'd love to take on all your questions. We're really happy about this event, and thank you guys for your time. So if you open up the phone and yeah, so she's asking how do we actually have the connection happen? So I want to clarify something. So we're not currently we're not connecting users to an outside source. Currently it's users to users, so people also experiencing the same thing. Again, it's just a hackathon project, so there is some serious user validation. If we see a problem like there, obviously there's some concerns. Bringing in actual people and therapists and professionals and people like that, people who want to help, is a viable option. So is that kind of where you're going?
Or just support like a friend or just
Right, right. So
So actually, reason they've given you the phones and the app is that it's actually having you walk through where can you like to be a user getting services or.
Really, it's user to user.
is the idea.
Okay, so she has my phone now in this app. I can have her click this. She's seeing the same thing up there, but you can click the middle button. This is activities. She's seeing all the messages, including my phone's account up here has some messages out there. So she's going to click on message now, and she's going to write something to me.
And to make it even more personal, we had a back-end implementation of texting trusted people. We didn't really have time to integrate it with the front end.
Yeah,
That is on our timeline.
The idea was that, like, if we saw trends of danger, we could text close friends if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So she's going to send the support now. Click the send support button. And then on my side, when I open the app, I can look at my messages and refresh, and I'll see her message here somewhere. This one? So she sent me this.
Yeah. There you go.
And we have a complete API. It's open source. It's on GitHub. We really want other developers to take that API right for other platforms and make this technology available to as many people as possible.
Any other questions?
It's on slides.
We'd just like to kind of thank everybody for allowing us to use the space, encouraging us to do the process. I want to thank Liam. He's offered us a contact to a company who's also involved in a very similar project, and we hope to continue with them and use them to kind of distribute and solve this problem quickly. So, any other questions? Cool. Thank you guys for your time.